Hello folks, man, I hope that you are just having just a great day today. Today we're taking a look at Oscar Wilde's The Sphinx Without a Secret, a 4-page horror story that's in this collection, and it's this collection collects 100 little ghastly ghost stories. I'll link you to this collection in the comments below so you can check it out. I think it's past its sell-by date, so I'll probably be able to find it for you online too if you just want to read it without buying a collection that has it in it for you. I read this and Faces by Arthur J. Burks last night in 20 minutes while I was taking a bath. I knocked them both out, and so I wanted to record them both for you this morning. I bought this collection for Arthur J. Burks, and I also bought it for a couple of August Derleth stories that are in this that I wanted to read and knock out. I did one of the August Derleth stories was the first story I got out of it. My guess is that probably coming to and from this collection, this is a very fast read collection because, like I said, it's got 100 stories, right? But it's 536 pages, which if you do the math, that's like 5 pages a story. These tend to be very quick. Sometimes you'll come across short stories that are 35, 40, 50 pages long and take a while to commit to read. But I didn't see a single short story like this in this collection. They're all pretty short stuff. So, here I'll give you an example. Here you can kind of see in here, see how few pages these stories are. This is just not a collection with a bunch of denser horror short stories. They tend to be really quick. The idea is that these are ghost stories is the title, but I've read several that don't have ghosts in them at all, and then several that do. So it's probably just kind of a loose collection, and this one doesn't, but it kind of feels like it might. So it's a good example of a story in the collection that doesn't have ghosts in it, but definitely is a horror story. So we're taking a look at Oscar Wilde's The Sphinx Without a Secret for you. Now I haven't read a whole lot of stuff by Oscar Wilde, so when I saw that he was in this collection after I bought it, I wanted to prioritize this because I haven't read a lot of his stuff, and he's a big name writer. He's written some good stuff. I definitely wanted to pick this up and try it out and see what I thought of it, and I did enjoy it. I give it an 8 out of 10. It's a very fast flash fiction style of story. It knows where it's going. It gets there quickly. It's very well done. It's very well written. I don't want to take too much of your time because it's like a 5-minute read. And if I were to take more time reviewing a story than you take reading the story, that feels like bad manners. So very quickly, I'm sure you know who Oscar Wilde is, so we'll just move right on in to the story itself and do a quick little synopsis of the first page. So basically what's going to wind up happening is we're going to be having this gentleman who is in France and in Paris, and he has encountered this other gentleman whom he knows briefly, who is still single after spending some time out there in the bachelor life. And so they begin to have a story, and they have this dark story that he wants to tell. So they agree to have it over dinner, and then post dinner, and so they're going to have it with their coffee and their cigarettes post dinner at this club. And then he shows him a locket of a woman with this really strong, mysterious face. And he's going to tell the story of this woman and how he also believes that you just can't trust women. So how can you love something that you can't trust? And so he's going to tell us a story for the last 3 pages of this woman and what had happened and why he doesn't trust her. So the 1 page is then setting this up, and then you're going to find out what happens, and then you're going to get the take of the protagonist who's hearing this at this dinner club. And then that's it. Again, I gave you a 1-page synopsis and a 4-page story. I'm not going to spend too much of your time, but it's very well done, very well written. Its horror elements are light. I think probably one of the reasons why it was probably included in this story was because it's Oscar Wilde and he's a big name writer, and you will regularly do that, right? This collection also has an H.P. Lovecraft story, 2 August Derleths, a Clark Ashton Smith, right? You put in some of the bigger names in these stories, in order to get collections. Like there are Cthulhu Mythos stories that got stories in them, collections that have a story by, Stephen King so that people will buy it, or Neil Gaiman so that people will buy it, right? It's made for the collection. And I think that this is in it. But I do like it. I do think it was well done. I do want to give Oscar Wilde credit. I think it's an 8 out of 10. It's flash fiction. It won't take you 5 minutes to read, or maybe 5 minutes exactly, or maybe 5.5 or something like that. I'll link you to it, so if you don't want to buy the collection, because again, I'm sure it's copyright. Anything by Oscar Wilde should be available. He's a popular name, I'm sure. That somebody will put this online. The Sphinx Without a Smile. Have you read it? What did you think of it? Did you agree or disagree with anything? I would be more than happy to engage you with it in the comments below. Or if you disagree with my take on it, or if you thought my take on it was good, I'll be happy to talk with you further. If you like this video, please feel encouraged to hit that subscribe button, because there's going to be a lot more of these to follow. And finally, hey, I just want to take a moment to thank you for taking a moment out of your day to watch my video. We all have so many things that are happening in our lives, right? And we're all being pulled in so many different directions. So the fact that you spent this time with me is incredibly humbling, and I appreciate it. So thanks again, and have a great day.